Good morning, everyone. We are back with the Morgan Greer. It is April 10th. We're going to do a reading and see what messages come up. I'm letting these drop off camera because it makes the camera jiggle. I hope you are all doing well. April is a crazy month. I think after April, though, things should be starting to get better. We'll see. Hang in there. What do we need to know? What are the messages? What do we need to know? Let's see if we can get two more cards. Two more cards. Whoa. Okay. Wow. That one bent. All right. We're going to go with that. I don't know how many that is. Let us see. The bottom of the deck. The Six of Swords. So this is all about moving towards calmer shores. Moving on from a situation. You've got all of this information here, right? You got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's a sense of like baggage and heaviness, maybe even some grief. You see, you got some choppier water here, and it's moving forward. It's moving away from this choppy water. What's interesting is the next card down is also the Empress card. What the heck is that? Sorry, I got my windows open. Sorry about that. Okay, so a bunch of cards plopped out. Let's take a look. And I'm going to read them all in the upright. They all kind of flew out, but interesting. This is the first card that dropped. The Wheel of Fortune. I love this. There's another tarot card channel that I've been following on Instagram, and they have these beautiful cards, very expensive cards. And it has AI-generated animated explanations of all the cards with the voiceover. Really beautiful. This Wheel of Fortune came up yesterday. So also known as, in some cultures, like the Wheel of Samsara, right? The Wheel of Life. It's continually spinning. So though you may feel like you're on top, or you may feel like you're on the bottom, there's always something going on in life, right? And when it's at some point, you might feel you're right in the center and things seem to be calm. But it's almost like we're always waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? This could also be considered the karmic wheel. What goes around comes around. You see, she's actually reaching down towards this person that has fallen, but you can't always help people, right? And the king's up here with this queen, and they're celebrating, but you got this third person, looks like a man, falling off. Is there somebody that you have to let go of? I'm wondering. Let me too check and see if the Wheel of Fortune is related to any particular zodiac sign. I don't know that it is. It is related to fire, which makes sense because Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the fire signs are all about motion and action and taking action. Let's see what else came up. The Two of Pentacles. Okay, so the Pentacles, your Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Here again with the water, very interesting. I think we kind of came out of Pisces season here. And we've just kind of all been thrown into this. But this is a person who is balancing. We were just talking about balance. Juggling these two huge pentacles. And the pentacles can be anything from your work, your job, your money, to your health, your possessions, what you place value on, right? The material world, your material world. So there's this sense of him trying to keep both of these pentacles up. But also, you see, he's got these feathers in his cap. So there's a sense that you're competent in doing so. It's just, this is the energy of what's going on now. You might feel like you're trying to keep all the balls up in the air. And now you have the Justice card, again with the balance. So this is very interesting that I'm feeling, and that the cards are giving off this energy of balance, finding balance, you know, finding the middle in this situation, finding the in-between, coming to a happy medium. The Justice is the card of Libra. Again, another air sign. You've got the Sword of Truth. Again, air, information, communication, and then the balance. The scales of justice rule in your favor. I also feel like with this Wheel of Fortune could also be something going in your favor. I'm just thinking if I had something else come to me with this card here right now. If you're involved in any kind of situation, a court situation, any kind of legal decision, any kind of contractual or negotiating, right now, it looks like things will go in your favor here, and that, hold on a second, I just want to get a drink on my coffee. Feels like things will be, decisions in your favor will be ruled. That's what I'm getting. And it just could be the situation that you're moving away from and that you've been trying to balance will come out to be favorable. I don't know that this necessarily fell out upside down. They were all in a pile. Excuse me. I got the windows open. I don't know if that's such a good idea. I might be getting pollen in here that I'm not aware of. Anyway, I digress. Let's go on. Queen of Cups. More with the Cups energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Queen of Cups is very conscientious about who she gives her cup of love to. And she's got a big cup to give. So she's looking forward. She's looking out towards someone or something. Could be the Justice energy here as to who she's going to be gracing with her love, with her attention, with her compassion, with her interest. The queens always have some level of authority. This could be your energy if you're female. It's not really gender specific, but obviously it's a queen. It could be your boss. It could be your mother, your grandmother, a female in your, or someone who gives that female compassionate, loving energy towards you in your energy field, that someone that you're surrounded by. So this person, we'll find out how it's going on, but this person is involved. If this is not you, this is another person that's involved in this whole situation. Okay, now you got the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you're going to be getting some information coming in. It might be completely unexpected, or it might be like you've been hoping or praying for this. It has this sense that it's coming down from the heavens. And I also feel like it could restore some sense of innocence to the situation. I get the red rose for love. I get the white rose for innocence. You've got the palm leaf here and the laurel leaves here with the berries on them. So this is like victory, and this is like innocence and we just had Easter Sunday and Palm Sunday. So this is like very, I don't want to say emotional, but almost like a spiritual thing. So this big communication or news or information comes into you and it hits you on all these chords, right? But it's unexpected and it's almost like it's heaven sent, and it rises above the mountains. It rises above all these challenges you've been facing. Let's see what else goes on. Interesting. Okay. You've got the 10 of Wands. Now, as I said, I'm reading these all in the upright, but if this was in the reverse, this would be all about you're finally able to lay down the burdens. This 10 of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, is all about these things you've been carrying, all of your responsibilities, all of the challenges that have been going on for you recently, but you're almost there. This card also talks about asking other people for help. Like, you don't have to carry this burden entirely on your own. You see that there is growth here. Some of these have been pruned back, right? You might have had to cut things out so that you could move forward, but you're almost there. So if you've been planning something, if you've been working on something for your future, seems like you're almost there at the culmination. Tens are always the cards of endings of cycles and beginnings of new cycles. And the High Priestess. You guys, look at all of these major arcana cards. This is the card, I believe, of Taurus. Let me just double check because I don't want to tell you something wrong. Pretty sure. Now, this says water, so maybe it's Pisces. Yeah, the Empress is water. The High Priestess is Pisces. I mean, the Empress is Taurus. But either way, look at both of these characters with their feet on the crescent moon. Okay, whenever I see the moon in any of its phases in a card, I always tell people to be on the lookout for these things happening around the time of that moon cycle. So the High Priestess is very much about the occult, inner wisdom, your intuition, the inner knowing. It's also a spiritual card. She's holding what is believed to be the Torah, and she's got this religious symbol on her chest, and she's got the crescent moon on her forehead too. So this is knowing. Like, it could be deep down inside you already know the answer, but this is your inner intuition and your inner wisdom. And when this card appears, it's telling you to trust your intuition, to tune in to that aspect of yourself. All right, you got the Death card. All these major arcana. This is the card of Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. This could come up Scorpio season. I don't think so. I think this is something that's going on right now that you might be feeling. Death, it could be literal death. It could be the ending of something. It's a transformative, transitional energy. It is also the card of long-term illness. That might be something that you're challenged with. But you see here, there is this white rose, again with the white rose. And this is spiritual and innocence and naivety. I'm almost feeling like trust the process. And here you have the sunset. And the river looks like blood. And I sense this too as a message about timing, that everything is going to happen in the order in which it's supposed to. So don't put too much emphasis on this physical death here. Oh, excuse me. I usually see this more as a transitional, transformational energy, which makes sense with all of these other cards that have come up. There's this sense of movement towards something, laying down your burdens, new information coming in and trusting your intuition because this transformation is taking place. Yeah, and you've got the Three of Wands. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is prospecting. This is looking out to the new thing. Like, what's next? You've got the cut wand here, like the pruning back, the things that you've have let go of. And these wands all have growth on them. Look, this one even has acorns, right? We were just talking about Scorpio, and these are fall energies too, with the acorns appearing on the branches. And acorns come on oak trees, and the oak trees are very solid, longevity, long-standing, hardy, old, wise, oak forests. Yeah, this is looking out towards the future and what's going to be going on. I just let her come over here too, the Empress, because she fell and I like her energy. You see, they both have that religious symbol on their chest. What's the final message? What else do we need to know? Oh, that's not always cheerful. Wow. More cards wanting to come out. Again with the 10. Ten of Swords, betrayal. Something has really brought you down here. You've been dealing with it. You've been going through this, right? Sense of betrayal, something that you've been going through. But again, the tens are endings and beginnings of new cycles. This person isn't necessarily dead. They're crossing their fingers, which means that there's still hope that that he's gonna be able to get up and heal from his wounds and move forward. But it was a lot, right? This was a lot. These 10 swords stabbed in the back from behind, probably unexpected. You didn't see it coming. But it's a sense of betrayal. But it's also a sense of knowing that you have to move forward from this. And again, here with the wands, the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands, you've got the world in your hand. You have this illumination, this glowing that there's more in their future for you. Again, you've got the red flowers, the growth. This person that you might be letting go, you see how the branches cut off, it's pruned, that's letting go. You got two different hands here, so this does lend itself to this other person that you've been dealing with. And this could be you just holding your globe out saying, look, this is what I'm moving towards. I've got this whole future ahead of me, and that's what I'm moving towards. Okay, you guys, that's what I have for you. I hope it all works out well. If you're interested in a private reading, send me a message and I'll get back up with you with details. I do 10-card, what I call the Gemini Gypsy Tarot spread, 2 questions, and I'll do a 30-minute reading with less cards, or a 1-hour reading for you. How many cards came out here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, 13 cards. We had a lot. Like the Fool. Yeah, stepping into a new cycle. Trusting the universe. There's your white rose again. Just trusting your intuition. Trusting that it's all going to work out. You've got this whole future ahead of you. So I think just hang in there. Don't give up. But definitely, whoever this is for, or if it's just collectively, preparing yourself and coming to the realization you have to trust your intuition and move forward into the next chapter of what's coming up for you. Okay, you guys, that's what I have. I hope it all works out well. I'll see you next time. Peace out.